Hi everybody. All right, so I told you guys I was gonna do live as soon as I got back, and we were gonna do it about 8 o'clock, and I'll still be on at 8, but we wanted to start it a little bit early. I always forget about the time difference. It might be a couple hours ahead for everyone, and my husband will be in just a minute, but I am so excited to do this live, you guys, because we have a lot to talk about. And if you watched my last vlog, you're not gonna even believe how beautiful the house is. Like, Annabelle screamed. My husband didn't let us see it the whole time we were in Michigan. So I'm so excited to show you guys. And we had these huge, gigantic beams dropped off today. Hi Elizabeth. So it's so exciting. I'm glad you guys are on here. I also want to talk about 2025 school donation. So you guys know we did school supplies last year, and what I did was, because I was in the States, I did a P.O. box in the States, and then I had them sent in a big box. But what I didn't know was that the box prices had changed. So these huge, gigantic boxes that I had to fill up, the school supplies was a huge blessing, but it was a big pain getting into Mexico. So this time, my husband and I found a way to do Amazon Prime Mexico and do a school supplies donation that way. So it's gonna be set up so much better, and I'm excited to do that because school supplies is such a big deal here in Ardentro. The kids have free public schooling, but they do not get free school supplies. And school supplies can be expensive for parents. And also, it just brings the kids joy knowing they can have good pens and good markers and pencils and being able to give extra school supplies to the teachers. So when I did the school supplies last year, when people in the ranch found out about it, they were literally lined up outside of my house to pick up backpacks and school supplies. And I didn't even, it was so wonderful. So this year we're gonna do it again, but we're just gonna be doing it a lot better. And my husband's just about to sit down. Okay, and someone said, I'm surprised how much you were able to pack. You guys, when you get into Mexico, okay, I don't know if this is all foreign countries, but when you get into the Guadalajara airport, you grab your luggage and you line up for security. And you have to press this button. And you press the dreaded button and it either turns green or red. If it turns red, most time it turns green. If it turns red and it's just random, they have to check your bags. So what they do is they open every single piece of luggage you have, and it does not matter how you packed it. If you vacuum sealed it, whatever you did, they will open it. And then they open it, they go through everything. Any single thing you have, they go through it. And then they say, okay, you can take care of it. Like, they literally just open it, put it all over the place, and they're like, all right, you close it up. And so ours turned red. And you guys seen how big our suitcase, one of them was 71 pounds. Cristiano had to lift it. I couldn't even lift it. And they went through it all, and me and Abby are panicking. We're like, we can't get it to zip, because when I zipped them at my house, Abigail had to sit on top of it. And so people are waiting to get through, and you want to get out, and the immigration officers are rushing you. They're like, zip it up and go, zip it up and go. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it was hectic. And anything new you buy, if your kids haven't worn it yet, you have to keep a receipt for it. So I got a couple of gifts for friends here, and I kept the receipt, because otherwise, you know, they can just say, oh, you spent however much on this, even though I really didn't. And you have to pay for it with some sort of fine, or they can take it from you. So that was stressful, you guys, with all I don't like security at airports, whether it's the States or Mexico. It's stressful. They have to be rude to keep people safe, but you know, it just bothers me. It hurts my feelings.
Hi everyone.
Oops, hold on, you guys. I have to move it so you can see him better, because okay, why are the words right where her face is?
You have it sideways.
Okay. All right, I'm trying to make it so you can see my husband as well. Hi, Erin, glad you made it home safe. Hun, can you see all the comments in yours? Okay.
Yeah.
My husband can see all the comments on his phone, but when I'm looking through my phone, I can only see 2 at a time. So we'll be getting to all the questions that we can.
Somebody asked if I got lonely. No, I kept pretty busy the whole time.
Okay, I know he was lonely. As soon as we got home, he was snuggling the girls. Today, I came out from somewhere and he was laying in the bed with Penelope and Annabelle. And I was like, I know he missed us.
Well, yeah, I missed you, but it wasn't like I got like, you know what I mean, like homesick or something.
Oh, I know you did. We just got done on a walk, you guys, and I'm so thirsty. So I had to grab a big thing of it's like this cranberry juice that they sell here. It is so good.
It's like a cranberry apple.
Lalo, were you not happy to see Aaron?
Yeah, I was absolutely happy.
He was really happy, you guys. Lalo was partying when you guys were gone. He probably got to finally walk around in his underwear.
No, I don't ever do that.
Oh, yes, you do. Hi, family. Okay. Oops. Sorry. Hold on. Hi, family. Got to be on the live. Love your family. Love your vacation. And the kids are awesome. I cried every time y'all cried. My name is Lori from Odessa, Texas. Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, it was emotional saying goodbye, you guys. What's the age difference between you two? About 6 years. There's a 6-year age gap. I am so happy to see you both tonight. Thank you, guys. Hi from Chicago. Oh, I was just in Chicago. Chicago is, I don't know if I've always visited the right places, but we stayed in this hotel and it was a couple minutes from the airport. But what bothered me was there was like nowhere to eat around the area. Everything closed at a certain time.
What time did you guys get there?
At like 5, there was no Burger King, McDonald's. My mom had to drive 12 minutes away to get to Culver's. And Culver's is a little bit more expensive. Okay, good question. When is Abuela coming back to Mexico?
On the 14th. You can still see it, it's just on your phone.
Oh, it's just on my phone? Okay. She'll be back, you guys, and she has some things to do as a, how do you say it? Like a hectario or a...
So, there's a lot of stuff going on right now at the ranch. So, they're trying to get, a lot of people that were ejidatarios before are now elderly and sick, and so they're trying to get new ejidatarios. So, you know, mostly they're those people's sons and daughters. So my mom inherited this, or I don't know how you say that. She got it from my dad. My dad was an ejidatario, and then she has my dad's property in her name and stuff. She's just not recognized as an ejidatario. So there has to be like a whole. There's a voting system. There's 57 ejidatarios total, and then they vote on it if they want to vote her into an ejidatario, and then she has to go through a trial, and there's a whole mess of things she has to do to be able to do that. So on the 15th, they're planning on having all these people sign, and my mom has to be there for that.
And it's important, but also for those of you that don't know, say you have all of Mexico in general, kind of like the United States, and how there's also native land within the United States that the government doesn't really control. Well, in Mexico, there's Ejidatario land, is that how you'd say it?
Ejidatario.
Ejidatario land, which was like founder's land. So it would have been, what would you have called your great grandpa? He would have been
No, so the way an ejidatario works is the property that we live on, like the rancho, that was given to a certain amount of people. So that would be the founders of these people, or of this town.
But it's important to know why it was given. It was given to the original people of the land that were being enslaved by the Spaniards to a hacienda. They didn't call it enslaved, but that's what they were, enslaved. And when they started to push back, the government didn't want like the nation to kind of fall apart. So there was all this open land, and they gave it to them, and it kind of became, so now we have a statue for the founders. And one of the founders would have been my husband's great grandpa.
Yeah, but I mean, it goes way deeper than that. This is just like a, what do you call it?
It does. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys something. And this reminds me, I wanted to tell my husband. So when me and my daughter took our road trip up north, we listened to a guy who was a historian and he knew a lot about Mexico. And he said when the Spaniards came and they started building those haciendas, the people, because we have a couple old haciendas around us, okay, guys, where his great grandpa would have been enslaved to. Well, a ton, like half of Mexico had passed away from smallpox because the Spaniards brought it from Europe.
Mhm.
So my husband's family somehow beat that, and that's probably why you have such a good immune system, not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
And then I found out more about my native side from my
Yeah, there is
grandpa.
none.
No, that's not true, so don't listen to him. I found out a lot more. I will even bring Abby out here to tell you guys. So I just want to tell you guys that. That was so interesting because you guys know I love history and I especially love Mexican history. But now the founders, the original founders of this land, it got passed down to their children. Then their children, mostly the sons, their founders, and they kind of like keep the ranch together and do certain things. Well, now they're getting a lot older, like in their 80s and 90s, and it's time for the next generation, which would have been his dad, but his dad has passed, so it would have been, now it's going to his mom. And one day it will go down to whoever owns a big enough farming lot. You have to be a founder's last name, but you also have to own a big piece of land that you're farming.
Well, I mean, the ejido was given to those people that wanted it because there was nowhere else to work. Okay, that's kind of why people ended up working in haciendas. So, like my grandpa, for example, even though he wanted to get out of the hacienda, he knew that once you left, it was kind of like a cushion. He knew that once you left that, you were kind of on your own. Because say you went against them and went to go look for another job at another hacienda, you would have to have a letter of recommendation for them to even give you a job. So my grandpa knew there was a lot at stake doing that.
Right. There are 582 people on, but only 100 likes. Please please like and share, you guys. That helps us out so much and our community here in Mexico because everything goes back to them. Hi from Ventura County, California. Yeah, so where we live is so unique and wonderful and amazing. And it's so cool. Like even when we moved here, the first couple of years, I had no idea about all of those things. Like say you wanted to come move into our ranch. You couldn't move into our ranch unless your family was a part of the founders. So unless I think that the whole entire council agreed, right?
Yeah.
Which would be extremely hard. Like not one could disagree with it.
I mean, I couldn't even sell property if I wanted to.
No, and you can sell it within your family because they're like blood lineage and they're founders. But outside that you can't. So it's kind of cool, you guys, just living in a community like this because it's small, everybody's family, and they all take care of each other. Okay, so we're gonna get to some more questions from you guys. Home update. Ooh, can't wait to show you guys our house. It looks so beautiful, but we do have some stressful things we have to do like right away.
I don't know if it's right away, but I mean, we're getting to one of those stressful things would be how we're gonna get the beams to the roof. We just got 6 beams today, and then I'm sitting there looking at them, and I'm like, man, how are we getting these up there? We don't have a crane. We don't have anything like that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're gonna do.
And these beams are huge, you guys. They're not like the other beams are big. These ones are huge. Also my husband was telling me I have to pick faucets and shower head things like right now so that the electrician and the plumbers can put in the right.
Yeah, so there's different kinds of fittings for every faucet and shower head and all that stuff. So because I'm gonna put in the plumbing, I need to know what kind of faucet she's putting in or what kind of shower head she's putting in.
And then someone said, did you ever find the floor insulation?
Yeah, I did find a company that makes it in Guadalajara.
So we did find that, but you guys, it looks so beautiful. I went up into the house yesterday. I brought Annabelle and Penelope up there, and the sun was just setting, and I couldn't believe it. It looks more beautiful than I could have imagined, and it's not even done yet. And me and my husband were trying to like design and come up with it and really incorporate beautiful architecture we've seen around the area we live in Mexico, in the churches, and also the old Pueblo homes. When we were building our home, I could see it in my head, and then when I'm drawing it out, but watching it come together, at times you're like, okay, is it going to or is it not? It looks so beautiful. I can't wait for you guys to see it. I walked past my house this morning, and when I walked past it, I just thank God. Like, how could you provide something so beautiful for us? It's amazing. I'm happy I get to share it with all of you guys too.
Somebody said it, a lot of the Aztecs were able to build the pyramids. You can put those beams up.
That's what I'm trying to tell him.
It's easier said than done, that's for sure.
No, I don't know how they're going to do it. They will do it. I just have to pray that they're safe doing it. But they definitely will do it. And the workers haven't been back because they had the week off. I really wanted to see them. I was thinking when I was in Michigan, like, we get so used to the workers being there every day. They start to feel like really close friends and like family. So I'm going to be sad when our house is done and they're not around every day.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be the weird part to me. All right, hon, do you see any more questions on there? Oh, pulley system, they said. So are you going to have a wall or an open space in your bathroom upstairs? That's the other thing. Me and my husband needs a private toilet area. I don't agree with it, but the rest of the world agreed with him. So they did. The rest of the world agreed with you.
Yeah, I know.
So he wants his private toilet space, and now we have to figure out, do we want to do a sliding barn door style? But I don't really like that aesthetic of that for my house. Or do we do a smaller door? So me and him had to kind of figure that out, and we haven't figured it out fully. We have the concept of it and like the measurements. It's just that door part is kind of getting in our way.
There's an easy fix to it. You just don't want to swing it out.
No. I feel like if you swing it out, I feel like that's weird. I feel like it has to go inward.
You can't. You don't have enough room for it.
But I feel like, how can you not have enough room? Say this is the room right here, okay?
Yeah.
See this dirty water line?
Yeah.
Say you're walking in, here's our door, here's our shower, okay? If the toilet's here, how do you not have room to open the door in?
Because your door is over here. Your toilet's going to end up...
But why wouldn't you put the door right here?
Because it takes up that much room.
Right, but if you put the door like this, and here's the wall, and here's the toilet...
I understand, but you're not actually getting real measurements. So, like, your toilet needs at least 60 centimeters out.
Right. I knew that. I knew that.
The whole width of the bathroom is 1 meter. So you only end up with 40 centimeters. That means you have to have a 40 centimeter door for it to open.
Hon, you were the one who wanted a small toilet area.
Yeah, I don't know why.
If I was you, I would just leave it open, and then you wouldn't have to worry about a door.
Yeah, you can do a barn door if you want.
I don't think I want a barn door in the house. It'd be like putting a barn door inside of a church. It would look weird.
I don't know what to tell you then.
I don't know what to tell you then. Maybe we just need a closed-in area, but it doesn't have a door.
What? Then it's not closed in.
You guys, I'm telling you, the door could fit. I need to go up there with a measuring... What's it called?
Measuring tape?
A measuring tape and show him, because I know for a fact if it's a rectangle shape and okay, say here's the wall, okay, like this, say the toilet's right here, the door could go like this. I'm telling you guys, I already have the drawn out, I know it will fit.
Aaron, you would need a miracle. Okay, you need to be a wizard
fit.
to be able to open the door once you put the toilet in.
I'm telling
Yeah, we can put a door there. We'll cut the toilet part out so it goes over it. You can't do it.
you'd have to be a wizard. I'm telling you, I'm gonna vlog this tomorrow, and we're gonna bring the measuring stick up there,
The
and
measuring stick. Who the hell has a
the
measuring stick?
wand. What's it called again?
What?
What's it called again?
I don't know, Harry Potter. Measuring wand. What?
The measuring. I'm gonna call it the measuring wand so I can show him it's possible. That's all I know. If I've already have it in my head, I know it's possible. That's the thing.
Somebody said just put a curtain up.
No, oh my gosh, you guys, no. If it was me, I'd have an open bathroom. But my husband's worried about that. What would you want to be in? Lala, did you have to request approval from the founders to build your home or local government? That's a great question.
No, I didn't. Because it's inside my mom's property. Really, I mean, even to get electricity, the meter is going to have to be outside on the road anyways.
And because he's one of the founders' great grandsons, so he has the same last name, and everybody here knows him. I don't know if it would be different if
Yeah, say you came out from Abotlan, you know what I mean, and decided to buy a piece of land here, somebody sold it to you, it wouldn't even be legal.
And actually,
The healer could take that property back.
right. And when we got the property put into our name, we actually had to we have a little government building right next to our plaza, and we had to go there with his mom, and we had to get the paperwork, and we had to get it drawn out and everything, and she had to sign it, and he had to sign it, and then we had to get the Ejido government stamp on it. So we did have to do that. She didn't just say, hey, you can build here. It's in my husband's name. That way, it will also be mine and my children's. Wow, someone said I cried when P cried telling her grandma. Did anybody see how naughty Annabelle was on the airplane? She was so naughty because she was so sad. Did you see how naughty she was?
She's not naughty.
You guys, my husband says she's not naughty. She was so naughty. I caught her being naughty, and I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna take this out of the vlog because you're being a little stinker right now. Hi, I'm from Chicago, Illinois. Love seeing you guys. Oh, hi, it's so nice to hear from you. Yes, Eric said laugh out loud. I absolutely love you and your family. Thank you so much, you guys. She was adorable. Oh, yeah, we cried so hard. I told my husband the day before. Oh, yeah, she said, Dolores said laugh out loud. She was fighting and sticking her tongue out. She was like, I know Annabelle's singing in her head because Annabelle gets really emotional. So she was crying.
Annabelle's a lot like me. But I remember when we were little, my younger brother is like, what do you call it? What do you call it when you can't even look at something before it makes you gag?
I don't know what that's called.
But he has a thing with bananas, okay? I mean, if he even looks at a banana or smells a banana in the room, he'll start gagging. So I used to grab a banana peel and chase him all over the house. He'd be gagging all over the house.
Yeah, you would mentally terrorize people.
Probably.
Yeah. So Annabelle, she was so emotional leaving my family. She was crying the whole ride. And by the time we got to the airport in the morning, she was like, if I'm going to be miserable, they're all going to be miserable. I knew that's what she was thinking in her head because everybody was just chill and relaxed. And she's like, I'm not having it. If you guys watch, everybody's sleeping on the plane but her. Okay? She is... Oh my word. But she's funny and she's super kind-hearted. So, oh my gosh. But some of you really understand Annabelle's personality. And I love that. You guys will see my kids and you understand. You guys, sometimes I don't ever reply to the comment. But sometimes people leave comments on my vlog that pinpoint things in our family. And I'm like, how is that even possible? But some people can read a family really well. It's crazy. Do you see that sometimes? And I'm like, oh my gosh. Yep, the sad emotions will have folks acting up. We all do it, yes.
Somebody said if I missed your cooking, yes, I did.
He's such a liar. Because Tia Maria next door cooks so good. Every time I called, he's like, I'm at my aunt's house eating. And I would be like, well, what are you eating? Like, make me a list. Because we were so, in the States, my mom just doesn't cook very much. She works a lot. And like I told you guys, everything was so expensive, even to home cook things. I was ready to get back to Mexico. I was like, this is wild. It was weird. It's so weird going from one culture where you tell everybody buenos dias, buenos tardes, even in the city when you're in like close proximity to them. It's weird walking in a store and not
Somebody said
saying
I have
anything.
3 siblings like Annabelle.
Oh, really? No, Annabelle's a little stinker. Like, we told her we were going on a live right now. We just brought her for such a long walk, and she's like, because she wants to come be on it, but she has an attitude right now, you guys. And I don't know what she's going to say. Like, remember what she said last time when we were talking about a baby?
Oh. You wanted a black baby?
No, we were talking about, I was talking about when Abby was born, and I was like, Annabelle was sitting right here, and I was like, when Abby was born, she was so beautiful. She had all this beautiful hair and stuff, and Annabelle was like, was it a black baby? And I was like, Annabelle, it was your sister. But she's thinking in her head. My little girls love African American dolls too. They think they're so beautiful. But Annabelle just cracks me up. Oh, someone said my ex was making fun of me. You guys crying. Oh, I think Annabelle is your independent one. Yes, she's independent. She's also like an overthinker because she thinks so much that she really gets into her head about things, and she does not like things being changed. Oh, you never showed cooking birria tacos.
You have a blog of that.
What?
Birria
No,
tacos?
I didn't show you guys making them. My family ate it too fast. Like, they wanted tacos right then and there. I couldn't even film it. It was too stressful. They ate 2 pounds of birria taco meat. Aaron and Lalo, we have some stuff in common. First, we have relatives in Wilmington, and we have 2 pups like the ones you have named, Bonbon and Bombina. We enjoy watching your channel. Saludas from California. Oh, thank you so much.
Sofia Pedros asked if I have any Cortez, Lomelí, and what else? Or Jimenez families there. No, but in La Tuna, which is the next town over, there's a bunch of Lomelís there that actually live in an hacienda.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Annabelle is the Denise, the menace of the family. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, she was like, if I'm not happy on this flight, ain't no one gonna be happy on this flight. Abby said that the other night. She goes, Mom, Annabelle is a menace. And I was like, don't call her that. So mean. I'm from Wilmington too, Banning High School. Oh, that's from Stephanie Stewart. That's where my husband went to school, Banning High School. They're such daddy girls. Love them. They are such daddy's girls. He doesn't even know. I don't even know how he knows to raise girls. Because he's so like a man. And then he's like so soft for these little girls.
Well,
Linda from Grand Haven, Michigan. Sorry I missed you in Michigan. Did you get a chance to go to the Coast Guard Festival with your girls? Oh my gosh, that would have been fun. The Coast Guard Festival is so cool, but it's too packed. I don't even know if I could get over there and find parking. We're also building another home in Guadalajara. That is so cool. Hi, love your videos. Can you please give my husband a shout out? It is his birthday. Oh, happy birthday. I love giving happy birthday shout outs. Should we talk about Abby?
that's up to you.
So I won't go too much into it quite yet, but the only reason I kind of wanted to talk about it was because, number one, me and my husband talked about it last night, that it is something we should talk about with you guys. But number two, a couple people noticed that Abby wasn't very happy in the last vlog, traveling and things like that. And when Abigail has been having severe right knee pain since probably she started her dance.
About 3 months ago.
3 months ago. Now, when it started happening, it wasn't severe. She was just having some pain. And then, man, probably about 2 weeks before we were about to leave, she's like, Mom, it hurts pretty bad. And I knew we were going to be going to Michigan. So I was like, well, we have a great family doctor in Michigan. And he's known Abby since she was little. And so right when we got to Michigan, we went to see him, and he wanted to do x-rays of her knee. And we got the x-rays back, but we weren't in Michigan. We got the x-rays read, but we weren't in Michigan long enough to stay for another doctor appointment. But Abigail is gonna have to go to a pediatric orthopedic doctor who's almost 2 hours away from our ranch, because she has something going on with her knee that needs to be addressed soon.
We don't know what it is yet.
We won't fully go into that yet, because we're gonna sit down and talk to Abby and make sure she'll be comfortable with us doing that. But obviously, me and my husband, I mean, we live by faith. God's got us through so much, so I know we'll be okay. But also, as a mom, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit anxious. And so my husband was saying, he's like, people are going to see that in your vlog. Just like I was saying earlier, how you guys catch things that I don't even know. And so if you guys do notice that, it's because we're kind of dealing with that, and I don't want to cry. It makes me emotional, you guys, and I don't want to cry, but it's just a little scary. But we are so blessed. She has a great doctor here in Mexico. He is rated so wonderfully, and he's a little bit further away, but that's okay, because we know it's worth it to go to him. And if we wouldn't have found him, I don't, like, if somebody would have been like 5 hours away, maybe we would have had to go back to the States, and we would have had to stay with the family doctor for a little bit.
I don't know that would have been a choice. I mean, in the States, they told us it would be 3 to 6 months before she even got another x-ray done.
Right.
I don't even think Abigail would be okay for another 3 months.
We don't, yeah, she can barely walk on her leg right now. Now, she does baby it because it hurts, but I don't want to panic. And as like a mom, you just kind of worry and stuff. But then again, I have such a great YouTube family that I know you guys will pray for her. Like, I always ask you guys, send me your prayer requests. And there's some people on my email that I keep up with, and they give me updates. So if all of you could just say a prayer for her, and we're just praying for a couple things. We're praying that we have everything we need to be able to take her to this doctor. We're praying that he knows exactly what's going on and what needs to be done next. And we're praying for her healing, because she's only 16, and you guys know she loves to dance, and it breaks my heart that she can barely walk up the road. And so we just need to take her there, and we need to see what's going on. And I don't want to panic in the in-between time of all of it. But we just want to be able to talk to you guys about that a little bit.
And as the time goes, I mean, we'll get back to you guys with this stuff and more information. We just don't want to. I mean, we still have to ask Abigail if she's okay with us talking about it on here. We just wanted to kind of put that out there, because we're nonstop thinking about it, you know what I mean? And I don't want it to affect Aaron's videos. I don't want to like seem fake about it, or I don't want Aaron to seem fake.
And I don't want to have to, and we won't be. Like, I wouldn't go on there and be like anything. But at least if you guys know, I can be like, it's kind of been a little bit of a hard day. But I'm not too worried. We're just a little bit on edge about it.
It's just in the unknown right now. So.
But also, the other reason I want to talk to you guys about it is because when we moved to Mexico, I had no idea about healthcare. I had no idea how any of it worked. And we had a couple situations where it could have been a lot easier for us, but I had no resources. And so I hope, if Abby says it's okay to document some of it as we go along, I'm gonna try to do that just to give people some resources like I wish I would have had. I actually had to reach out to missionaries, because when Penelope had a parasitic infection that hospitalized her, I had no idea what to do or where to start. And it was hard getting information from other people because everybody kind of does something different. So when I reached out to these missionaries, I knew they were going to know where to start. So hopefully, if anybody is like me, and even if your family is going through deportation and you've never been to Mexico, or you're just choosing to move to Mexico, healthcare is important. And in Mexico, sometimes it can be hard to navigate. So hopefully that will kind of help some people as we go along. And the place we're going to, the doctor we're going to, it looks really like state of the art, kind of.
Yeah, it looks like a brand new building. It looks like they do a whole lot of things. They have MRIs, they have X-rays, they have. The guy we're going to is actually a knee specialist, and hopefully you give us some answers, because
Yeah.
Everything's pretty unknown right now.
And it was not, it wasn't funny, but I say it's funny because Abigail was laying in her bed today, and I like to listen to sermons when I'm just doing random things around the house. So I go on YouTube, and what I do is whatever is the first sermon that pops up, that's the one I watch. I don't really go searching for them. So this one popped up, and I'm kind of watching it, and then I go into Abigail's room, and I sit down, and I said, hey, I'm going to put some medicine on your knee. And as I'm rubbing it in, she's listening to the sermon with me, and I swear to you guys, this lady says, we're going to say a prayer. And she's like, anybody with a bad health report, if you're having pain in your knee. And me and Abby just stopped and looked up at each other. And I said, Abigail, I swear to you, I did not put in knee help sermon, anything like that. I was like, this is a lady I listen to all the time. This was like random that she just happened to say that as soon as I sat down. And I was actually rubbing this oil stuff on her knee. And we sat there and prayed together. And I told Abby when we were done praying, I was like, Abby, this is going to be one of those moments in your life that's like a testimony. You're going to grow up and you're going to remember like this exact moment and remember that happening. So we won't talk about it anymore, you guys, because it will make me start crying. And I don't need to cry. I'm just emotional like that. But at least you guys know when I'm doing my vlogs throughout the next couple of weeks and things like that, we'll see how much Abby wants to talk about it or not. If she doesn't want to talk about it at all, then we don't talk about it at all. But if she does want to bring you guys along on that journey, then we'll bring you guys along on that journey as well.
I think basically, just know that, we have something going on if we seem off or...
And if Abby seems off.
Yeah.
That was one of the bigger things because a couple people said something about Abby, and I don't want to just ignore it, but I also want you guys to know Abby's not going to be in the background looking, happy all the time, just because she's going through a lot right now. At least you guys know that, and I didn't end up bawling throughout the whole entire live. But thank you everybody who is praying for our family, who keeps our family in your thoughts, and you guys know I love to do that for you as well. A cortisone injection. Oh, and that's the other thing. My husband's mom has a lot of back and knee problems since she was younger. Mm-hmm. And we didn't even think about that until right now. Like, that might be something when we talk to this doctor. I'm going to ask him if it could be something that's hereditary, because his mom got a full knee replacement at a very young age. She had to be in her 30s, wasn't she?
I'm not sure when it happened. I got to ask my mom.
Someone said it might be genetics. Yeah, it might be. And the crazy thing was I just thought maybe she injured her knee, tore a tendon or something. So, but it's a little bit more than that. So we just have to go in and see what's going on. And pray that God provides for us along the way. Because I told my husband last night, we went up to the top of the house. All the kids were already laying down in the house we're building, and I was like, I'm a little bit afraid. And he's like, everything's gonna be fine. If worst case scenario, if we had to pause on our house for a minute to take care of her, if that's worst case scenario, then that's nothing, to take care of your kid. We're so blessed we could even have that option. And I don't think we're gonna have to do that. I think everything's gonna be fine.
I don't want to get a hold of myself. I mean, anything could happen. You know what I'm saying? The only reason we would have to stop on the house because this would be another financial type thing. So we don't have medical insurance here in Mexico, so we'd have to pay for this out of pocket. Whatever goes on with it. But I mean, if we're able to, then we'll keep going on the house. And a lot of this stuff is mentally draining too. So we just gotta keep it. So stuff that we can handle.
And in Mexico, I will let you guys know, a lot of people come to Mexico because even if they have health insurance in the States, you can get great health care in Mexico, and it doesn't cost as much at all. So that's why we're able to not have health insurance. And then people in the ranch who do, what's it called? Seguro?
They have a seguro.
They have a seguro, and it's kind of like government. It's almost like a Medicaid, except you can't see specialists. Like Abby wouldn't be able to go to this pediatric orthopedic doctor, and she might have to wait a really long time or something like that. So we could get the free health insurance, but we don't necessarily need it. So we wouldn't take advantage of like government funding like that if it wasn't something we absolutely needed. Some families absolutely need it, like our Tia Maria next door.
And the seguro's insanely crowded. It's insanely packed. We just don't want to add to that also. Like my wife said, my Tia Maria has to go to the seguro all the time. And she's there hours and hours, and she has to spend months for her appointments and stuff. And if we don't really need to do that, then we won't.
And thank you everybody for your prayers. Christina Hill, thank you so much. You guys are so wonderful, and I was a little bit nervous like talking about it, but I don't want to be nervous because I know like I don't have a church here in the Rancho, even though I love all the Catholic people here. I love them so much, but I know I have like a prayer family on my YouTube and a prayer family in my life. So that's just something really special to all of us. So thank you guys so much. Paleta release technique. Definitely look into stem cell therapy. It's a treatment option for the condition. I have multiple friends and family that have utilized its benefits. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I'm hoping that because the doctor is so far away, I'm hoping that we can, here's the other thing that's a little bit different about Mexico. Doctors don't really make you wait around too long because they know for most families you have to get as much as you can out of one appointment because maybe they can't afford a second one or a third one. I know going there that we'll get a lot of information out of the first appointment, and that's going to make me feel a lot better. Just the fact that we called them just a couple days ago and they're like, we can get you in this week, and he's one of the top doctors. Stephanie Stewart, thank you so much. Towards gas and towards the doctor, thank you so much, you guys. And then also I will try to at least leave the name of this doctor because he had so many great reviews that I feel like more people should know about him here.
He actually uses an app to schedule appointments and stuff like that, and then he'll be able to send us, X-rays or whatever else they have to do for to go through that app, which I don't think anybody here in Ocotran does.
No, most things are through like WhatsApp, like you can set up appointments stuff. But this guy had kind of like a patient portal and everything, so that kind of made us feel like a little bit better. If she has to have anything done, I think we'll feel better about it. And then a couple doctors here have told me if your kids ever need surgeries or things like that, there's hospitals that provide like pediatric triage, and that's what you want to look for. So that's going to be one of the first things I'll ask him. If she does need something like that, do you have a pediatric triage? Tammy Hernandez, thank you so much. And that's something that's useful information for people, because sometimes people bring their children down here even for vacation, and they might need surgery. Something might happen and they don't know. They might go to a hospital and they don't know that it doesn't have the pediatric triage. And that was something we found out when Annabelle got the cut in the back of her throat because she did a cartwheel with a pen cap in her mouth. And that doctor told us, she goes, she might need surgery. If you do it, here's the hospitals. And it wasn't even that much more. It was like $500 more to have a pediatric triage hospital, which is worth it. But that was something nobody else had ever told us, that there was options like that. So I'm hoping, since he's a pediatric doctor.
Well, since then we found out that Guadalajara is like, you know, top of the line. Their private hospitals there are insane.
Yeah, and it's a huge blessing. Check out Dr. Berg online, but find the root cause first, then do research. If not, lastly, hopefully not surgery. I've had a lot of sickness and no help. I've had to do it on my own. I wish your family the best. And I can agree with you a bit on that, because I've had some sicknesses that nobody could diagnose. Silencer, I think that's how you say it. Thank you so much. And so, yeah, you do have to kind of do your own research without letting yourself panic, and just making sure you can get into a doctor who wants to figure out what's wrong. Because some doctors don't want to push for that. My family doctor does. He'll do anything, but he's not here in Mexico. So we just have to pray and hope we find someone like that. Agnesa 4, thank you so much. Whew. And thank you everybody for your love and support. Ooh, and I'm not going to talk about it anymore because I don't want to keep crying, but I will talk to Abigail about it, and I think after her appointment, she's going to know how she feels, whether she would like to talk about it or not. We might do a live about it, but if you could pray for her peace of mind, and if you could pray for her to have courage and healing, because I don't want her to be afraid. I want her to have that godly courage in her. Okay, someone said, gotta go, give us an update with the snake.
I haven't seen the snake. I've been looking every day. I've yet to see a snake.
I seen another snake in the road today, and like I said, it's rare I ever see a snake. I think it's from all the flooding and the rain. I think Jalisco has had a record rainfall this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's from the rain. Somebody had cut its head off, but we're being really careful. I'm making sure the girls wear boots when we go outside. I watch where I'm walking, but we haven't found it yet.
I haven't even seen it.
No, but the kikirikis, the ones we were going to see, oh my gosh, they're like teenager miniature chickens now. They are so cute. Hello from Holland, Michigan. Thank you, good night. Oh, you're welcome. My left knee has been giving me grief, so I'd love to know about a good limb MD in Mexico. I will ask that for you guys when I'm at that hospital. Thank you so much, you guys. Keep your family in your prayers through this. Thank you so much. Hello from St. Louis, Missouri. Thank you so much, you guys. Whew, I already feel a lot better just kind of getting it off my chest and being able to, I think you were right about that, because I told my husband, I was like, I don't know if it's something we should talk about or not. And he's like, they're going to know something's wrong even if you don't talk to them about it. And I was like, he's right.
I mean, there's no way to avoid it. You know what I'm saying? There's no way to, stop thinking about it, or, because I've tried for the last 2 days. And it's just something that's in the back of your mind all the time, so.
And then Maria G said, finally got your first live. I could never get any of them, Leva, but I love your videos. I love your kids, your husband and you. Love watching you guys. Thank you so much, you guys. Hello from Florida. Maria Nito, thank you so much, you guys. My sister is just heading back to Florida. Almost all of us, except for one of my sisters, made it down to Michigan for the summer. Oh, and that was another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. Me and Abby took a road trip. I call it up north, but it's kind of by Traverse City, Michigan. It's like a 3-hour drive. It took us like 4.5 hours. It was so bad.
And just so you guys know, Erin's not like a driver. She doesn't know how to drive on the highway and all. So I was shocked when she told me she was going up there.
No, I am a passenger princess. My husband drives me everywhere. Like, if my husband told me, will you drive? I would fake pass out. Like, I would not do it. And because I failed my driver's test the first time I did it as a teenager, and I was crying so hard.
Yeah, why don't you talk about that real quick?
Yeah, I failed it. I failed it so bad. I ran a red light. I panicked. And when it turned red, I went straight through it. Like, I did the opposite of what I should have. And I cried. I could barely make it home because I couldn't see. I just started sobbing. And then I passed my next test, but it's because my uncle was sitting in the back seat. And he'd be like, speed up, slow down, stop. So that helped me through it. Well, you guys, when I moved to Mexico, I have my driver's license. And it expired. And my husband's like, your driver's license expired. I was like, well, there's nothing I can do because, I'm here in Mexico. And now where I live in Michigan, you have to make an appointment at the DMV. You can't just walk in like you used to. So the last time I went to Michigan, I thought I could just walk in, and I couldn't. And then I couldn't make an appointment by the time I was leaving. So this time when I went, I made an appointment before I left Mexico. And I go to the DMV. I was looking so horrid, okay? Because I don't know why. I just got back from the beach with Abby. I didn't do my hair, my makeup, nothing. I probably had it in a bun. And I was like, oh, they're just going to renew it. And Abby's like, what if they take your picture? I'm like, they're not going to take my picture. So I go up there, and the lady looks at me, and she goes, do you know if you would have waited any longer, you would have had to retake your driver's test? And I was like, and I was thinking in my head, I wouldn't have passed. That would have been horrid. And I go, well, it's a good thing I showed up in time. And she's like, yeah. And then she gives it to me. She goes, we also need to take your picture. And I'm like, all right, let's just do it at this point. And I took it. Abby was in the back laughing so hard she could barely breathe. And then the lady goes, now at this point, I'm just blessed that I didn't have to retake my driver's test. And then she goes, you need to take an eye exam. And I'm like, oh, what? Because I can't see well. But I didn't know I was taking an eye exam, or I would have brought glasses with me. And I was like, if I don't pass the eye exam, I'm not going to get my driver's license. So she said, push your forehead against it and read the first line. So I had to close one eye and keep it like this to be able to read it. I thought I failed it for sure. And she just looked at me shaking her head. And she's like, okay, your new one will be in the mail. And I was like, thanks. It was nerve-wracking. But yeah, I'm a passenger princess. I don't even know why I have to get my driver's license, because I'd rather my husband. I avoid highways. From my mom's house to the store, they normally jump on the highway. I will go the back roads. It takes an extra 20 minutes, and I don't not care. Because the problem is, you guys, merging doesn't make sense to me. Sometimes people don't get over. Or what if they can't get over? That's worst case scenario, and it would happen to me.
Okay, but then listen. Then my wife's cousin is a pilot, okay, and for some strange reason, okay, so you hear Erin now talking about driving on the highway and all this stuff. They decided to fly from Muskegon, Michigan, up to Traverse City.
Yeah, that was when I was a teenager.
How'd that happen?
I don't know how I wasn't afraid. Nothing.
Oh my God.
No, my cousin's a pilot, and when he was getting his pilot license, he had to get so many hours in, and we would go to our local airport, and he could fly me places. It was so cool. But no, at one time we were flying, and we got into almost a storm. And now that we're older, I talked to him about that, and he's like, I was a bit nervous. And I was like, I didn't even know you were nervous. But yeah, I don't like driving anywhere. So driving up north, we had such a good time, but a couple people were like, you shouldn't be driving alone. That's so unsafe. My husband would never let me. And when I do a short, I don't always get to give you all the information. So where we went up north, is where my grandparents live, and I was going for a really special personal reason. And so I knew the drive because my family had drove me up there so many times. It was just the first time I'd ever drove alone. So it was nerve-wracking, but I know safety protocols. Like, I fly internationally with my children alone. So I was surprised that anyone was like, I can't believe you would risk driving alone. And I'm like, I didn't know it was really a risk. It was only a 3-hour drive. It was a risk. I shouldn't have been on the highway. And then when I tried to take the back roads home on the GPS, Abby put it in wrong. She is the worst backseat driver. She's not even a helper. All I asked her to do at McDonald's was get me some ketchup. She couldn't even get the ketchup. Okay, she couldn't read the GPS. I was like, Abigail, this is not normal. Like, me and you should probably not be doing this. Maybe those people are right. It did take about 4.5 hours to get home.
Oh my gosh.
No, it was terrible. I don't know how people merge. I don't like that. I think that was the worst idea. They had to have been able to think of a better idea for highways. Because, like, has anybody ever tried to merge and they didn't let you? Right. Terrifying. Hi from Colorado. I love your content and your family. How is that you don't have 1 million subscribers by now? Oh my gosh, you guys, that would be so cool. How was the air quality in Mexico or in Michigan? I sometimes get alerts on my phone that the air quality isn't great here, but I don't know why that is. I feel like it's great.
I think they might be talking about Guadalajara.
Oh, maybe. We are planning to move to Jalisco next month. Wish us good luck. I'm late.
Oh wait, I gotta answer this. Sherry
Okay.
Bullshek. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but she likes my truck in Michigan.
It's so hard to drive that thing.
I love my truck too.
No, it's so hard to drive it. And you guys, the muffler basically fell off while I was driving. And I had to get under the car. I had to go buy some sort of metal tape.
Metal tape?
Yeah, it's like a metal tape. And I had to go.
For what?
And I was in a dress, in a sundress, in high heels.
Why?
I don't know. We were coming back from somewhere. And I had to go. We were coming back from your nephew's birthday. I had to pull the side of the car, get under the truck. Abby couldn't lift that muffler because it's so big. Cristiano had to get out. We had to wait for it to cool down. He had to lift the muffler. I had to somehow metal tape it, rig it. I'm trying to tie the metal tape. I'm cutting my fingers. And then I go buy the part and my husband's like, you can get it on. I was like, absolutely not. So I brought it into the shop. I didn't care what he said because I couldn't get it on. It was impossible. It's like the rubber part that goes to the metal part that hooks the muffler up. Who in their right mind can do stuff like that?
It was literally a rubber piece.
If anybody knows what I'm talking about, you know it's impossible. Susie33, thank you so much. Thank you. Connie MW10 said, I had to drive from the central coast of Orange County by myself. I packed a lunch and ate it in the car. Never took a potty break. I was afraid if I got off the freeway, I would get lost. It was 6 hours. Oh my gosh, that's so long. Lalo made me laugh. My husband tries that with me. I'm no mechanic. No, I was not playing games with I had to secretly make a mechanic appointment. And I secretly made it, and I bring the car in. And when I go to pick the car up, he's like, oh, are you Eduardo's wife? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, yeah, we know his truck. And I was like, oh, great. So he brings it in, but I can't. Hello from Hemet, California. Love your family. Can't wait to see an update to your home. And you guys, I will post a vlog tomorrow of our home. We haven't even toured the whole thing yet. I went upstairs with my husband, but we really got to do a walkthrough. I need to show you guys where we're going to put faucets and shower heads. Maybe you guys can send me some good ideas. But tomorrow, just walk through. Faucet and shower heads are going to wait till after Abby's appointment. And then once we know what's going on with that, then we will go forward with everything else. Sending healing vibes for Abby. Stay strong. Things will be better before you know it. Yes, thank you so much, you guys. And that's my biggest thing is I told my husband, I just want to make sure she can walk normal again. Like she's 16 and she can't even take walks with us at night. It's so, she can't even she walks on her tiptoe like this. She can't extend her heel down because it puts so much pain into her knee. Are you going to make dressing for Thanksgiving? I saw your videos. We do have. Yes, I'm gonna. Okay, I still do Thanksgiving dinner in Mexico. But my Facebook, they just allowed me to monetize 90-second videos. So I want to do 90-second cooking videos with you guys. I thought I could start with a series of horchatas because we really love horchata and you can make so many different kinds. So I think on my Facebook, and then I'll also put it on my YouTube shorts, I'm gonna start doing cooking shorts, and the first series is gonna be horchata. I wanna start with a chocolate cafe horchata because I love the instant cafe in Mexico. So I think that's one I'll start doing. And I was praying about that. I was like, Lord, if this is gonna start happening on my Facebook too, I want it to be purposeful. I want it to have like guidance, and I didn't know at first, like, man, what should I do? What should I do? And then I was watching somebody make horchata, and I was like, that is something so special. Like drinks in Mexico are something special here, and we love, and each family makes them uniquely and with fresh things. So I think that would be a good idea to start a horchata short. So maybe it'll be horchata shorts first.
And that would be on
then
Facebook or YouTube, somebody else?
I will put it on Facebook, and then I'll also put it on YouTube Shorts. So that's something I'm gonna start with, and then the YouTube will be the full cooking vlog. So say I made the horchata with the meal, I'll show you the horchata and the whole entire meal. Video on your birria tacos. Please, still waiting on that video. And when you made the birria tacos for family, you guys, I need to tell you about that. I was so happy. It was one of the more happier moments of my life. Let me tell you why. I went back to Michigan. I even called my husband to tell him. So where I live in Michigan is prominently a white community. But there is this new Mexican store that opened up. I think it's called San Jose Supermercado. And I went in there. So happy. And I got the things I needed. I put them into my little basket. And I went up to the register, and there was a Hispanic family in front of me, and the cashier was talking to her. And my mom was with me, okay? And I was like, man, I wish she would talk to me in Spanish, like, without me saying anything. What if she thought I spoke Spanish, you know? And then I do my stuff, and she talked to me in full Spanish. And I talked back to her, and I called my husband. I said, Lalo, I didn't even have to pretend I was Mexicana. Like, she might have thought I was. Because she just started talking to me in Spanish, and I was so happy. And my mom was laughing, and she's like, I don't know how you can, like, speak Spanish. You swear to us you can't speak Spanish. I was like, well, Mom, I know common things, like going to the grocery store things. Evan Elizabeth Duke for Aaron and Lalo date night. Thank you so, so much. Okay, Evan Elizabeth, I love when you comment. There's certain people on here that I'm always looking forward to their comments, especially there's certain people on here I'm also praying for. But I just want to let you know that I do see you guys, especially longtime followers. I see you guys, and it really fills my heart. I literally, my husband will come in and be like, what are you doing? And I go through every single comment, and I heart, and like, if you ever get a thumbs down, it's from Annabelle. Because even mean comments, I won't thumb down. So she will. She'll sneaky go onto my stuff and thumbs down people. So that's not me, you guys. Thank you for donating for Lalo. He works very hard. My husband works very hard every day. Eva Langorio, hola. Evan Elizabeth Duke. Thank you. Lupita, can you make your beans and, bueno. Is that how you say it, Lalo?
Peruano.
Peruano beans from start to finish. Like, do you use canned or dry, or how long do you soak, etc., please? I can do that for you. I just made some this morning because my Tia Maria brought some over the day before, and they were so good. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to remake these. They were delicious. So yes, I can do that for you. And no, they are not canned. They're the ones that come dried, and then you have to soak them. It's a whole entire process. I'll show you guys from start to finish. Annabelle, yeah, Annabelle's a little stinker, you guys. And she did a performance for us today because she was bored. Oh my, she like forced us to enjoy it. She's like, now everybody claps. My husband had like his face full of food and he's like, I can't clap. And she's like, clap. Did Lalo like his boots?
Oh, you guys haven't even seen my other boots.
Loved that. Yeah, you guys, the one boots I showed you were just his work boots. I got him another pair. Oh, they're so beautiful. They're really beautiful boots. They're men's boots, but they're really beautiful. And Lalo did get a thumbs down from Annabelle.
So she said, I want a thumbs down from Annabelle. From her daughter.
She will, you guys. She does not mess around. She's like, oh, what's that called? You know that lady Medea? Have you ever seen those movies? Yeah, she's like that. She does not mess around.
Somebody asked, when does school start again?
School starts in about 2 weeks. Okay, so let's talk about that really quick. I set up the Amazon Mexico wish list for the 2025 school supplies donations. Now, I'm hoping everything goes smooth. So before I post the list, what I want to do is buy a couple of the items and make sure they get to our home. My husband said sometimes if he tries to order from Amazon Mexico, say they can't get to our street, they give you another option to send it in Ocotlan, our nearest city, and you can do that as well, and then we go and pick it up.
So what happens is they either drop it off to one of the carriers, either FedEx or DHL, or there's another one I just can't remember the name of. But yeah, they'll use other carriers if they don't deliver to a specific site.
And so that's all. So we're just trying to make sure we can figure all that out and give everybody the information so they don't get confused if they do want to donate to the schools. And it's going to be just very common things: markers, colored pencils, scissors, glue, colored paper. It is hard it's even hard for me and my husband to keep up sometimes, but we're blessed that we have a lot of family and friends that can help us. But there's some families, you guys, who struggle so much. And like I said, the school does not supply for them. So last year when we did school donations, people were lined up outside my door. And then...
Hold on. Our worker, Pollo, he has a little daughter. She was just starting preschool at the time, or kindergarten.
Yeah, kindergarten.
And I remember we gave her a backpack and all her school supplies and stuff. And Pollo told me that she would not take that backpack off. Mm-mm. She wore it all week, all day. She wouldn't do anything with it. I mean that in itself, you know what I mean, fills our hearts. You know what I'm saying? Because these people really need these things.
And it means a lot to them too, because a lot of times school supplies here in Mexico, they get it from the local stores, and it's not good quality. It's very, very like the crayons don't work great, the markers don't work great. So when I'm able to bring things like Crayola, where I know it's gonna last a little longer, or nice pencils or good pens, they feel so good having nice things. And that makes me feel good. The teachers also, I wanted to look into Spanish games for the class, and that's something I'm gonna buy myself. But last year, a couple Spanish games were donated, and the kids absolutely love that. The teacher actually asked me, one moment. The teacher actually asked me if we wanted the games back at the end of the year, and we donated some books in Spanish. And I was like, absolutely not. Those are donations for your class. Anything that goes there stays there for the next year kids. So that's something that's just really special. Those kids are going to have the backpacks from last year still this year. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of cool, you guys.
And that's just something else that, that their parents don't have to worry about. I mean, as parents, I remember how much we struggled. You know what I'm saying? Even in the States. And you see the appreciation that these kids have for all those things.
Yeah. Oh, they do have appreciation. Amazon wish list is an awesome idea. Yes, and that's how we're going to be doing it, because shipping it from the States was just way too much. And Amazon Mexico had good Crayola, so I was like, that's awesome. That's what I'm always looking for, because you know, in the States you can go into Walmart or whatever your local store is, and you can find like the 50 set Crayola box and things like that. Well, Crayola in Mexico is a little bit more money, so I always try to pack as much as I can into my suitcase. Like, I had a ton packed. Some of it's for my children, but then some of it is getting spread out for my family here on the rancho. Okay, somebody said, okay, hi Aaron and fam, I will pray for Abby. She will heal. She is so young. My son had 2 knee surgeries before he was 18 due to injuries. Arnica rub is good too. It helps with the pain. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. That actually makes me feel a little bit better, because I'm worried about how young she is. Do the kids have resources to further their education once they graduate? Not everyone does. Some kids are dropping out right after middle school, which here is 9th grade, and then you go into the high school into 10th, and they want to go work.
It's not that they want to go work.
They
see
yeah.
the need. You know what I mean? Maybe in their household, they see the need, you know, of money or of certain things. You know what I mean? It's hard to avoid these things, and it's also hard to understand when you're not going through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard for me to understand, you know, why wouldn't you want to go do a trade school, or, you know what I mean? To them, it's almost more important, because they see their parents breaking down. You know what I'm saying? And that's hard. I can't imagine being, you know, Abigail's age and seeing my parents struggle that much.
Yeah, it's different, you guys. We help families here when we can. Whenever families ask for help, we help where we can help. But yeah, they want to help, and there's a lot of dairy farmers around here, just all farmers, and they need their family's help. They're not hiring outside of their family. It's them and their children who are doing it. So it's hard to understand, because when you grow up in the United States, not everyone has it like that, but also it's a strong family unit here. So our kids are blessed, but they also don't have a choice. They have to finish high school no matter what. After that, if they want to do a trade school, if they want to try to run a business, if they want to go to college, we just pray that they'll be hard workers and they'll go towards what God's calling them towards. If your kids aren't hard workers and they don't know how to persevere, it won't matter if they go to college or trade school. They won't be able to get through it. They have to learn those as kids, and how to push through things like that. So I think that's what we're really trying to instill in them, and, you know, help them through things. All right, and there was a couple more questions. Okay, how'd your birria tacos turn out? Oh, you guys, now I feel bad not vlogging that. Those birria tacos, if my family gets on here, they were so good. I didn't even have time to vlog them because my family just like tore them apart. Literally. I think my grandpa had 5. And they were big ones. Oh, okay, so somebody asked, was there a difference between Michigan, like, since I went the last time? And there was a difference. It was kind of weird. There is definitely not as many Hispanic families out and about like I was used to seeing. And my best friend who runs a Mexican restaurant, I asked her, I was like, am I just being crazy, or, and she goes, no. She goes, people are worried to leave. So that was a little bit different, and that hurt my heart, because, you know, I love the Mexican community, I love the Mexican people, and that hurt my heart. And I'll also tell you guys, immigration in Mexico in the airports was a little bit more strict, and coming back in, there was a lot more immigration officers. And that was kind of surprising for me, because normally it's pretty relaxed coming like into the airport. Mm-hmm. And there was like heavy immigration officers. And then the immigration officer that we talked to before we left said that even though our kids have citizenship, we only have American passports, because we just thought, well, why would you need a different one? And he goes, no, now you're gonna want it. You're gonna want to have your American passport to get into States and your Mexican passport to come back into Mexico. So me and my husband are going to be walking you guys through that process as well, because now we have to get all of us, me and my husband, everybody, Mexican passports. So we're gonna have to walk you guys through the process of how we do that as well. It's not absolutely required, but it's gonna be a lot better than being questioned at either border or, like, we had to have our kids' paperwork actually to get through
Yeah.
this time.
And we were lucky we did, or else, we would have had to pay a fine and all this other stuff.
Well, they still made us pay, didn't they?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
No, we don't pay anything.
That's the other thing. If you have your Mexican passport when you're coming in, you don't have to just get the 180 days, because then what you can do is you can pay to leave. So even though we had our citizenship, our residency, all of these things, that's another thing about moving here and not knowing certain things. We didn't know it would be better to get our Mexican passports. Like, we've thought about it, but like my husband's mom, she's always been going back and forth, and she never got one.
No, my mom's a U.S. citizen as well, and she never uses her Mexican passport, and it was funny to see the immigration officer tell us that.
Right, so that's something too to keep you guys updated on if you're thinking about moving to Mexico. It's a good idea to get your children's Mexican passports, and you don't know how much strength that's going to build up. The American passport, that's another thing I'm going to tell you guys. My sister was telling her fiance that we, like, how people here in Mexico, and I'm sure in other countries, can't just go to like the post office and fill out their passport form, pay, and then get their passport. And she's like, why not? And I'm like, it doesn't work like that. We know people in our ranch who have had jobs here their whole life, and they apply for like a travel visa to the US, and they get denied. And they have a reason to come back. Like, we know teachers who have taught here like their whole career, and they wanted to go just to further their education, explore, and it gets denied. Some people get approved, some people get denied, and there doesn't always seem to be rhyme or reason to it. So I told her, I was like, no, I was like, you could have a great job, make good money, and still not get it. And I was like, we don't always understand how big of a privilege it is to be able to just get our American passport and go where we want. That is such like a huge blessing that I want my kids to be able to like also understand that. Like, what if they don't give us our Mexican passports? They're like, no.
I mean, I guess we could fly to the States and then do it in Chicago.
No, but I think
the Detroit consulate.
Right. But yeah, that's something that my kids are very aware of that some kids aren't. Like, they're very aware that the rest of the world is not very much like the United States, but also there's good things about that. There's good things in the United States, but there's also good things in Mexico. You know, having everything materialistically or having brand new cars or things like that doesn't always necessarily mean happiness. So it's just good to have that balance, and we find a lot of that peace and joy here where we live. How can we find your Amazon school list? Okay, I have it ready. I'm not gonna post it until we get the things we purchase to make sure that they come to our house in a good manner, because I don't want to post it and then everybody's donating and then for some reason there's an issue we didn't think about. So it's ready, but I told my husband we got to get a couple things from there and have it delivered and make sure it goes smooth, because there's only a couple things on there. We have 6 classrooms in the elementary, so I wanted to get 6 of each item. So if they had a bulk glue stick box, I wanted to get a bulk box for each classroom, a bulk thing of pencils and pens, things like that. So kids throughout the year, the teachers will have them, and if they need something, the teachers will be able to pass it out. I think that'd be the good way to go about it. That way we don't have to separate everything.
Oscar Lomeli has a really good question. He asked if we bought our cars here or if we imported them from the States.
Well, this is a good question, because this was frustrating for us.
It's
another learning curve.
So, the cars that are here, 2 of them were my dad's. They were here when we got here, and then the white car is my wife's. We actually bought that here. We've been thinking about buying another car here. It's so... What's the word for that? It's like, it's almost like overwhelming. You know what I mean?
To what?
To buy a car here.
Oh, I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Um,
My husband does the car stuff.
it just, you know, you don't really know what you're buying, to tell you the truth. You know what I mean? And I could import my truck here, you know, but that also costs money. I think it ended up costing me more to import my truck here than to buy one here. I don't know, maybe it's different in other states, but Jalisco has the highest registration fees in probably all of Mexico. It's insane.
And just to register like our car or whatever we had to do to get those papers, we did that recently and I vlogged it for you guys. It was not a one-time trip to the DMV. It was one of the longest processes we've ever gone through here.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is something everybody has to do in all of Mexico. I cannot believe this is not organized. I can believe it.
Yeah,
But
so Jalisco right now is issuing new plates out, okay? And they have like this QR code. So they want everybody by the end of this year to have these new plates on, or else you're not gonna be able to drive your car at all. And there's so many steps to this.
it's insane.
It is ridiculous.
And people who have to work, like work a 9 to 5 who can't miss work. We were there all day. We had to go there like 4 different times and just keep waiting in line and going to different people. And we just have a normal car. It was wild.
You have to go to the CBID to make an appointment to get a verification appointment. This isn't even at the DMV. They send you somewhere else, you know what I mean, that has nothing to do with this. And then you gotta ask this person to make an appointment for you. It's like, you can't even go on your phone and make an appointment.
No, and then what they'll do is you'll be in line for like 2 hours and you'll get up there and you'll give them something. They'll give you a piece of paper back and they're like, you need to make a copy of this. And like, well, where? You have to get out of line and there's a store down the hallway that does copies. You pay for them.
Yeah, you have to get copies. It's insane.
We had to go to the copy person so many times. Erin, did you already show the progress on the house? Nope, that'll be the next vlog, you guys. Can't wait. I might have Annabelle do it because she's so theatrical. She'll be so happy. In Sonora, it's very easy to import a car and you only have to pay 20% of the car's blue book value.
In Sonora?
I think that's in Arizona, right?
Well, that's like at the border. No, Jalisco is ridiculous. They were charging. So remember I told you they had a new plate that have a QR code?
Uh-huh.
So if you had a portaplacas, which is the thing that goes around your plates that holds like the screws and stuff. If you had a portaplacas on your car, you're getting a 25,000 peso fee. Because they don't want people like to cover up this QR code. That's insane.
No, it's insane. And La Lisi is watching from Massachusetts. Hola. I wanted to say hi to you because in one of my vlogs recently, my cousin Josh, he's from Massachusetts, and my cousin Jackie. And it was so fun having him. We were talking about orcas on the ocean of Massachusetts and everything. Next to Tucson. Ah, okay. Yeah, the car situation in Mexico is not fun, you guys. It would be too hard for me to do that process without my husband. I would just have to not get the right plates and hope nobody ever pulled me over. Because it was rough.
Somebody asked how safe is life in Mexico. Just as safe as any other place.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think, you know, whether you live in the States or anywhere else, you have problem areas that you avoid going into, and it's the same thing all over the world, probably. You know, there's no other way to explain it because, you know, these things that you see on the news, you know, we just haven't seen them. We haven't lived them. So I can't tell you, you know, it's extremely unsafe or it's extremely safe. But I feel like it's the same thing, you know, from the news that we get here about the news in the States. You know, here all you hear about in the States is, you know, what's going on with the rage right now, school shootings, and, you know, I mean, all these negative things. When we know for a fact it's not like that either.
Yeah, that I was kind of talking to my mom about that and my sisters. I was like, some people in my rancho are a little bit nervous about going to the States for certain reasons. And I was like, things that we're kind of used to or maybe aren't as common as they think it would be. I think the same thing happens in Mexico. And also, you guys know my husband and I, our, what we want to do in life is we want to spread like the light and the love of the Lord. We want to take care of our family. We want to help others around us, our community, our families, our friends, people we meet along the way. And it doesn't go much beyond that. Like, we're not getting into trouble. We're not going to places we shouldn't be going. We're not doing things we shouldn't be doing. So I think that also plays a big role, whether you live in the United States or Mexico. You know, you don't get involved with things you're not supposed to get involved in. You stay where you should be, and that's what we do. And I think that's also why we don't have problems. Hi from San Diego, hoping to be moving to Mexico soon. We had a lot of family pass here and a few other things that were delaying, but I am scared waiting too long. I feel Mexico is safe. Yeah, I think you should, if you come, you know, just have your family with you. I always tell my kids, whether you're in the United States or you're in Mexico, watch your surroundings. Watch what's going on around you. Watch if are people watching you? Are people nervous? Are there things going on? Have some sort of street smarts, and make sure you know what's going on. And that was the first thing my husband told me when we moved here. He said, you need to watch your community. They're gonna know before anything else what's going on. And that is 100% true. My community knew I was back somehow. I don't even know how they knew I was back. Lalo for president. I really would love him to run for rancho president, but I think it'd stress him out too much. From Mississippi. Stay in the lane or Annabelle will get you, laugh out loud. No, she will. If I didn't hold her back, you guys, if I wasn't trying to like listen, we might feel like angry towards people, like saying mean things, but we don't seek revenge. We're gonna like pray for them. We're gonna move forward. If I wasn't doing that, she'd be like her dad. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's not like I'm all bad or anything. It just
No, but you don't hold. I don't want to say he doesn't hold back, but like me, I'm kind of like, okay, say we were in traffic and someone flipped me off. It would hurt my feelings more than anything else. I'd probably start crying, and I would think for the next 2 days, like, what did I do wrong? Even if I didn't know they're wrong, like, legit, that's how I'd feel. My husband would not. He'd be like, bet. And he'd turn that car around, and he'd probably like chase him down, and I'd probably be like, no! You know, that's what Annabelle kind of has in her. Like, you will not do that to me. You know, she has a little bit of that brava. So does Abby. Penelope and Cristiano don't. They're very calm and sweet-hearted. So, like, we got 2 Lalos and then 2 of me, even though they all look like their dad. Okay, and I wish, I need to start writing it down. Abby says words in English so funny. Like, think of a phrase in English, and she doesn't...
She just doesn't understand, like, the...
No, but she must have heard it as a kid, and now that she's older, she wants to say it.
Like the bird in a bush or whatever it is. What are this called?
Dude, I have to think of the one she says to me. Like, any saying, she'll say it, and I'll be like, Abigail, that's so wrong. I have to write them down, because now I can't remember. But she'll say these sayings in English that she must have learned as a kid, and now she's grown and she's trying to say them, and they're so wrong. And I was like, Abigail, I'm so confused right now. And she's like, well, how do you say it? Cristiano resembles Hilda. Let the man have a private toilet. He has worked hard. You can do a pocket door or a pretty sliding door. He will have it. I promise you guys. He'll have it. I don't like it. I don't want it. But he'll have it. He will have it. I know he wants his privacy. I even just talked to my grandma when we went up north. And she's like, you know what, Erin? Men are different. They want more privacy. And she's like, you're used to being, because I have 3 sisters, and she's like, you're used to your sisters and your little girls.
No, that's not it, okay? All my kids, including my wife, I swear to you, if we get home from the plaza at 6 o'clock, okay, my wife would get home, all the girls would get home, instantly be in their underwear. I don't know why this is.
That's our pajamas.
I understand, but it's 6 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, how does this happen?
We want to relax. We're ready to relax and be like in
How
our
does being
pajama
in
shirts.
your underwear equal relaxation?
But Cristiano and my husband aren't like that. So my grandma made a good point, and she's like, Aaron, you and your girls and your sisters, your mom, you're used to things being a certain way. She's like, but you have to understand, for men it's a bit different. And my grandma always gives me great advice, and I was like, you know what, Grandma, you're right. I can understand that. Cristiano too. And he doesn't even want to wear pajamas, so of course he wants.
I don't even own pajamas.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I have to stop thinking about it because it just makes me laugh. Like, Lalo, my husband is terrified if there's like an earthquake, he'll be in his underwear and he'll have to run outside in his underwear. Like, he's terrified of that.
No, I think it's weird that you would want to be in your underwear.
If there
at
was
6
an
o'clock.
earthquake, you'd have to like block me outside.
I remember when we were in California, we lived in these apartments, and we lived at the very top one. Okay, so there's two down here, and then there was one that you have to take the stairs up for. And the apartment that we were living in, where the water heater thing was at, caught on fire. Okay, and all of a sudden we see all this smoke, and everybody starts running out of the house. We forget that my cousin's in the shower. Okay, we think Lupita's dad. We forget he's in the shower. And, we're already downstairs, the firefighters got there and stuff. My cousin comes out with, like those hand towels. That's all he had, like covering the front of him with a hand towel.
So that scarred my husband, and now he's absolutely terrified.
No, I just think it's weird that you want to be in your underwear. I don't feel like that's like relaxing. Like, it's hard for me to take off my boots and be in like sandals.
You would never. He wears socks with sandals.
Yeah, that's
like
weird.
If he's in the house and he rarely like takes off his boots before bed, he has his socks on. And I'm like, can you relax for 5 minutes? Like
briefs.
running around with just underwear during the earthquake. No, my husband would have to block all of his girls if there was an earthquake. It would not be good, you guys. And it's funny because my husband did not grow up in that type of family where like somebody's just in their pajama shirt and underwear and just like walking around living their life. And so, but my family, we were always like that. Like me and my sisters are always messing around, and we were in our pajama shirt and underwear. We did not care. So now that's how me and my girls have grown up. Cristiano has grown up that way, but he is like my husband. He wants to be dressed and stuff. So I'm surprised my husband tolerates it as well as you do.
What?
Like us being like that. Like, he doesn't say anything, but he also does not conform to it.
No, I just think it's weird. I don't want to be in like my underwear all day.
It's not all day. Oh my gosh. It's a Mexican thing. My son-in-law is the same way. My husband had a stroke and he was in his underwear when the ambulance came. Now that's going to be another nerve-wracking thing where my husband think about. Lala needs some PJ sets. You guys, when our house is done, we all have to wear silk pajamas. At least the first night.
I'm not wearing silk pajamas.
I'm getting silk pajamas for everybody, and we're all gonna go to our balcony. It's my dream. Aaron, that's so me. I'm anti-pants at home. That's why my husband and I can't stay with anyone. I know, I cannot. Like, I cannot wait to get home. I can stay at my mom's because my mom's like that, but... Yeah, I'm gonna get Lalo Grinch pajamas, a full-on bodysuit.
A satin robe.
Does Lalo sleep in jeans? Well, you do sleep in your underwear with a t-shirt on.
Yeah, I sleep in my underwear.
But it's like
not
brief. It's like underwear covers. And then as soon as he get out, covers pants. Like his
But no,
pants
like-
are waiting right next to him
for
in
me,
case
Kay,
of emergencies.
I'm used to like, not being able to relax during the day. Okay, so
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like Aaron had something happen the other day that was hilarious. Okay, so
Oh, is when those kids came to the door?
yeah, so everybody came home and then instantly in their underwear. Okay, Annabelle was like almost just in her underwear, no shirt on, nothing. Both the little girls. Well then, these kids came to the door. We were looking for Cristiano. Nobody wanted her to go into the door because everybody was in their
Nobody
underwear.
could answer the door.
Okay, and I was like, see, this is why you don't do this.
No, I swear to you guys, my mother-in-law will on purpose let people in when she knows I'm
Yeah.
in my underwear. Because she never does that, okay? She's like my husband. Like, she wears her pajamas, everything. And she'll know I'll be in, like, my underwear and, like, a sweater. Like, I do have jeans on right now. But I'll be in my hair like this, like, walking around. And she'll know. And somebody will come to the door for me for, like, photos or something. And she will let them in. And I'll have to, like, hide behind the kitchen island. And I'm literally giving her the eye, and she'll just be laughing. And I'm like, I am. And then Lala will be like, well, that's what you get. 6 o'clock is late. Ambulance had taken me away with... Men can run around shirtless anywhere. Us women want to feel free, at least at home. Exactly.
I don't know why.
Just try to relax for one day. You'll be hooked.
I can't do it.
Even if he's sick, he will. One time, my mom, I think Lalo
I
had.
pulled a muscle in my back. I
Yeah.
was welding all day in this weird ass position, and I pulled the muscle in my back. And Aaron's mom gave me, I think it was a muscle relaxer or something. Okay, I was out for like 13 hours.
I was so scared because he's never even like, it doesn't take medicine. Like it's weird if he takes an ibuprofen. He was out. His body was probably so stiff when he woke up. But my husband cannot, like a sick day for him is not okay. He cannot sit still. There's no way. Absolutely not. I love your channel. I just want you to read one of my comments. Oh, I just read one. All right, you guys. I think we are gonna go get ready for bed. I am still a little bit jet lagged. I was so tired today. I got everything unpacked though, and I'm gonna be vlogging for you guys tomorrow.
Somebody said you
Oh,
sat at the side of the pool with jeans on.
Yeah. No, my mom, when she took us to the hotel, she flew to Mexico once with Lalo, or she was driving him or something. Well, anyways, they stayed at a hotel in Chicago, and she said they all got into the pool, like her and my sister, and she goes, and then here comes Lalo, fully dressed in his hoodie, hat, jeans.
Yeah, I was. Oh, dude, that's when we met that one lady that was
From
an author.
Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, her life sounded like insane.
Yeah.
Like crazy. She met the Pope.
Yeah, she met the Pope, you guys. That's the type of people you meet in Chicago. It's wild. Chicago and probably New York too is just like a whole nother culture of its own.
Karen Davila, I do that all the time. Somebody said her husband went to the beach in jeans.
Yeah. No.
I went to the beach in jeans and boots.
Yeah. No, my husband does not go in the water. I don't go in the water much either. I like the essence of the water. I don't really like to go into the water. There's too many things in the water, you guys. There's too many things. I don't know if you guys understand. There's too much going on in these natural water things for me to be messing around in. There's no way. No. No. I like to go in like a pool maybe, but like when we went to the hotel we were at just recently, we went in and it was a really small pool and it was an enclosed room and it just reeked of chlorine. And it was so funny because there's people in there and I had to tell the kids in Spanish, we can't swim right now. And they're like, why? And I was like, it smells bad. And when I heard when the pool smells like chlorine, that's because of a chemical reaction because there's so much pee in it. And
That's weird.
That's what I heard, and this reeked of chlorine. And so I was like, we gotta get out of here. And it was late anyways.
Okay, wait. Who also thinks that Pee Pee is the tannest we've ever seen her?
I don't
Can you
know if
believe
they
it?
She's so tan. Does she look more tan to you?
Yes.
She is so tan. Like her skin just instantly. Not me. You drink Mexican water, you'll be fine in the pools and ocean.
We don't drink Mexican water. We buy filtered water.
No, I buy so many jugs of water that like one of the local people was like, "Do you bathe in it?" I was like, "No, but I'm scared and I have to use it to like drink and cook and stuff." Pan, Lago, Playo, me gusta. She's so tan and adorable. Oh, thank you so much, you guys.
Dude, she's so tan right now.
She just walked past to go to the bathroom real quick, so that's why we were thinking about it. All right, you guys, we're gonna get going. Tomorrow evening, I will post our home vlog update. You guys are, people just ran fast. You guys will not want to miss it. It's so beautiful. Also we have our beams. Oh, also when I got back here, you weren't here. I went back there to see the goat, and I was like, baby, because I've been saying that to her since we brought her home. And she instantly stopped and was looking around for me, and I grabbed her some of the corn leaves and was giving them to her. So it even felt good to see her.
And you got to do a corn update for the backyard.
The corn is huge, you guys. It's taller than me. I don't know how it grew so fast. Every year it does that. It's like you wake up and it's 5 inches longer now. All right, guys, we're going to get going to bed. But buenos noches a todos. If you have not already, please like and subscribe. Let us know where you're watching from. You can leave prayer requests. Your love and support is so wonderful to all of us, and we get to spread it all over the world at this point. We have people all over the world watching our family, which is the most beautiful thing. To bring light and love, especially into Mexico, is wonderful. And I feel like we're kind of starting to see the purposes. I feel like there's a lot of them of why God wanted us to come back after my husband went through his immigration and everything else. To be at this point, we kind of see it unfolding a little bit. So thank you guys so much for all of that.
One thing.
Okay.
There's been a question that's been brought up so many times is, where is my mom?
Grandma Hilda, you guys. Grandma Hilda lives the life of a gypsy and does what she wants when she wants. That's like the best way to describe it.
Yeah, pretty much.
She might come back in a couple weeks. She might not. She has her children. My husband's siblings are in the United States. So she'll go back to the United States to see her doctors, to see her children, to spend time with them. But it's also hard because she has a lot going on here. She has a lot of property, a lot of farming things going on. And it's not that my husband specifically helps her a lot with her farming stuff. But also she's very stubborn and she likes to be involved and she likes to do all that stuff and be involved in it. So, and that's okay, but she also has to be here at certain times for certain things. So she goes back and forth a lot. Sometimes we don't know until she calls us from the airport and is like, hey, I'm here. Recently, she's been better at telling us.
Yeah, last time she took a taxi all the way here.
Yeah. So so now we have tried as a family to be like, listen, she can't live the gypsy life as much. We all have to try to communicate and make sure we know where she's at and when, but she's like very free-spirited and likes to have her freedom to go back and forth. I think which everybody does. But we don't know when she'll be back. Maybe 2 weeks. She told me 6 months, and I doubt it.
I doubt it too.
She told me she was staying in the States for 6 months, and I was like, oh, there's no Mexican food there, but okay. I mean, there is. It just doesn't taste the same to me as in the rancho.
Somebody asked how old is Grandma Hilda. My mom is 73.
Yeah, she's 73. She still gets around really well. I just went to see my grandma, who's in her 80s, and she walks everywhere. We took a hike through the woods. We went down to the river. We have a really good, healthy family.
So Big Rube, the trucker guy, asked who took care of all the farming stuff before we moved here. My
cousin?
dad did.
No, but I mean after your dad passed away.
We were here after that.
Yeah, we were here for a while after that. And my mother-in-law doesn't fully want help. So when she does ask for help, my husband does whatever he can, but she still likes to be able, I don't want to say be in control of it because it's hers, but she still likes to be able to make the decisions over it. And
Which is fine. You know
It
what I mean?
is
I
fine.
understand that she can't do any of it.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like as her son, and I know like what this meant to my dad and you know my mom at the time. I want to do as much as I can for her as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have that. I don't want to have that feeling of, you know, I could have done more for my mom or for anybody in that matter. My brothers, my, you know what I mean, my sister, whoever it is. I don't want to have that feeling in my heart to say, you know, I could have done more.
Right. And as a family, we decide what we can and can't do. And we also set boundaries because my husband will work himself to death. And I tell him all the time, you know, you also have me and your children and our things going on. So, and that's the same for me because I love to help people. And there's been times where I know my husband has expressed, I know you love to help people, but we can do it in a better way where it's not taking so much time away from our family, where we're still becoming a unit. So I feel like with his mom, it's good that she still wants to take care of things. She's not out there using the tractor. I don't mean that. She hires someone who does have a tractor, but she likes to know who she's hiring, when things are getting done, how it's getting done, and my husband's a big part of all that too. So it's kind of, I don't know if I'm explaining it right.
Yeah, you are. I mean, it's just, you know, it's she's more of the foreman. You know what I'm saying? She wants to know what's going on and when it's going on and how much it's gonna cost.
And she wants to feel like she wants to have the freedom that she is still making the decisions of all of it, which she should because it's her property. But I think too, at some point, it gets harder and she's gonna need a little bit more help. And so we just have to figure out, since we're the ones living here, how do we play into that? I think when our house is done, you'll have more free time.
Yeah.
I think for sure he'll have a little bit more free time. But we love the property. We'll go down there with Grandma Hilda and we'll sit there and watch them harvest or do whatever they're doing. And the property is a big special part of our family.
And you know, before my dad passed, my dad had like I told you guys on another but my dad left me with, you know, all these plans and ideas that my dad had. Well, one of those plans was to maybe build like a little lean-to down at the property so that we could have little picnics or, you know what I mean, something like that, just to, you know,
Enjoy it.
Yeah, just to enjoy it. Just to see, you know what I mean, the plants grow and the process of it.
And I don't know, that's something I never knew about farming, but that's special memories with our family. Like when it's harvesting time, we love to go down there and we'll sit in the back of the truck and the kids will play and you'll watch them plant the seeds or watch them harvest, or you'll go back through. It's called like gleaming or something, where you grab the extra corn that was left behind.
A pepenar.
Yeah, that's a special thing for our family. So the property is more than just profit. It's such a special memory for all of us, a special thing to do. So that's something that's really cool and interesting. We don't talk about the property that much, and I don't always show it to you guys because it's everybody's property is surrounding the homes, so it's a little bit further out. Poor Lalo looks like he wants to cry because he's so happy I'm back.
Who said that?
Oh, hello. All right, you guys, we're gonna go get ready for bed. This was such a good live. I enjoyed talking to all you guys. I feel like we got to talk about a lot. As soon as we end this, me and my husband are gonna be like, oh, we forgot to say this or that. But we had such a good live with you guys. And like I said, if you have not already, please like and subscribe. Let us know where you're watching from. Leave prayer requests. Buenas noches a todos.
Buenas noches, muchas gracias.